your social worker for this evening. How are you?
Good.
And what's your name?
My name is Jackie.
Nice to meet you, Jackie. Before we begin, I would like to go over a few paperwork. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay. In our agency, we are an agency of confidentiality, which means that anything discussed between you and I stays between you and I. But there are a few limitations to that, and it reads as follows. If you report any information about a child being physically, sexually abused, or neglected, you are mandated to report this information to the local Department of Social Services. If you report information about a vulnerable adult being abused or neglected, we are required to report this information to the Department of Social Services. And if you are at risk of harming yourself or anyone else, we are required to ensure your safety as well as other individuals, which includes contacting other agencies or local individuals. Do you have any questions in regards to the limits of confidentiality?
No.
Okay, when you are ready, you're more than welcome to sign that. The next is your client. You have rights as a client, and within this agency, I am obligated to inform you of these rights. You have the right to a high standard of care and service. You have the right to be treated with courtesy, respect, and dignity. You have the right to be informed to all services available to you. You have a right to review your records by submitting a written request to our administrator. You have a right to make suggestions and changes to your treatment plan. You have a right to discontinue or transfer services at any given time. You have a right to receive care that is specific to your needs despite any physical limitations or language barriers. And you also have a right to report any concerns or problems to our administrator. Do you have any questions in regards to the client's rights?
No, I don't.
Okay, well, you're more than welcome to sign it when you are ready. And so what brings you in today?
I'm just struggling with a lot of family problems and school problems.
Okay, I hear that you're saying you've been struggling with a lot of family problems and school problems. Could you tell me more about your family issues at home?
My dad is in the military and my mom also works a lot and she's an alcoholic.
Does your mom's alcoholism affect you, makes you upset?
Yeah, it does affect me.
Could you explain to me a little bit more about how it affects you?
It just makes me really stressed out and I feel like I have to parent her as well.
Okay, so I'm hearing that because of your mom's behavior with the alcoholism and the lack of parenting from her, you have to reverse the role and now parent her, and it's making you stressed out and it's causing you, a lot of more responsibility. Would you like to tell me a little bit more about how that's affecting your school problems?
I also have to care for my other 3 siblings as well at home, and that added stress, and that and caring for my mom and my dad is not around a lot, and it just makes me feel like I should skip school because I don't know, I don't really have time to focus on myself and I have other obligations.
Okay, so what do you do when you skip school? Like, do you hang out with friends or do you just stay home or?
I'm usually caring for my other brothers and sisters because they're not of school age yet, some of them.
Okay, do you have other family members that can help you with, the parenting of your siblings?
I think my mom's sister, my aunt, would be willing to help and talk to my mom about her alcoholism.
So is that the only person that you feel like would be a strong influence for your mom's behavior to change?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you what grade are you in, if you don't mind me asking?
I am supposed to be in the 11th grade, but I am actually in the 10th grade.
So does being a grade behind upset you?
No, not really.
Could you explain to me a little bit more why it doesn't upset you or you don't feel any feelings towards being a grade behind?
I'm just really young right now, and high school doesn't really seem like it really impacts my future that much, so I'm not really worried about it.
Okay, could you tell me a little bit more about maybe friends that your friendships at school?
We're pretty tight. We all just hang out, and they're a really good support system for me.
Well, that's good. That's good that you have really positive friends that's supporting you within the situation. Are they familiar with the situation that's going on at home?
They are.
Okay, that's really good. What are some of your coping methods? Do you have any things that you like to do?
I normally don't have time for myself, so it's just really hard to find some time to like de-stress and relax.
Yes, I understand. I understand that because of all of the things that you're going through with the parenting of your siblings and your mom's alcohol issues and your dad being in the military, it's causing a lot on you, and I can definitely understand that it's been very detrimental on you. But you to only be 16 years old, that's a lot for a teen to be going through all by themselves. Could you tell me a little bit more about your dad's military? Like, how long has he been in the military?
He came from a military background, so he's been doing it ever since he was 18. He enlisted, and he's like 30, 40 years old now in the military still.
So do you have good relationships with your parents, although they're kind of like distant right now?
We did before, but now I feel like they're just kind of straggling.
Right, I can understand that. So what are some of the goals that you would like to achieve within this meeting or this time me being here with you?
I want to plan on getting a summer job, and I also would like to get my grades up in school.
Okay, can you tell me a little bit about how the summer job could, help you? Like how would it benefit you in the long run?
I think it would give me some responsibility as a young adult, and I would have some time to focus on myself for once.
Okay, I can definitely help you with that. We do have a couple resources here at this agency that I'm more than welcome to share with you. I would like to go over a few of them with you. The first reference is the Y Summer Camp Program, which is an employment program. It's a job, and they have various tasks that you can do where you get paid, and it's a weekend job. The next we have VDOE. It's like a strength building club, and it helps you deal with like stress. It's really like team building, leadership. It brings out the strength in you, and I see that you're very, very strong as a teen to be dealing with a lot of this responsibility with taking care of your siblings and also trying to manage school. And then we do have a summer school program which can help you enhance your grades for school to get caught back up. I would like to talk a little bit more about your strengths. Could you tell me some strengths that you feel like you have within yourself?
I think I'm a really good worker, and before I started getting behind in school, I always did my homework. I was a straight A student, and then my mom started drinking, so.
Okay, well I can see that you're very strong and hardworking individual, and that's always positive and always good. And I'm glad that you do have that outlet that can help you, deal with your stress. I would like to talk a little bit more about your relationship with school and like your behavior at school, and your absentees, if you don't mind.
I just don't pay attention in class, and I'm just distracted by a lot of things, and I just feel like I can't focus.
So what are the things that distract you from staying focused in class?
I just think about my home life a lot, and my mom, and taking care of my other siblings, and all the things I have to do when I get home.
Okay, I can definitely understand that. I would like to go over a few homework assignments that I would like to give you prior to our next meeting. But before I get to that, I want to summarize some of the major accomplishments and goals that we have set for this meeting. You talked about that you are a 16-year-old who are struggling in school because of some home life issues, and how it makes you feel isolated, and that you want to get a summer job to, take your mind off of all of the responsibilities that you have at home. And that's something definitely that we can work on. I want to talk about how you're a very caring person to step up to the plate as an individual to take care of your siblings by being only 16. You're very determined, and you're one of the most mature teens that I've ever met, and I just want to commend you on that, and that's something to be really, really proud about. So a couple of the homework assignments that I would like to give you is to think about which program you would like to enroll in, and then we can discuss further enrollment paperwork, and things like that. I would like for you to pick out a book or do something that you would really like, something that you enjoy, that you would feel good about yourself in, that could take your mind off of all of the responsibilities that you have at home. And see if you can reach out to your aunt to see if she can help you with the responsibility of caring for your siblings. Does that seem okay?
Yeah, it all seems doable.
Okay, do you mind repeating back some of the tasks that I would like for you to do prior to the next meeting?
Make some time for myself, call my aunt and ask her for help,
Yeah.
and just
Do something that you like.
yes.
Do something that you like that could take your mind off of all the responsibilities that you have at home.
Yes.
Do you have any questions in regards to anything that we went over today, or any tasks that I'm expecting of you prior to our next meeting?
No, I do not.
Okay, I would like to set up an appointment for the next meeting. When are you available?
The same time next week. Sounds
Okay,
good.
the same time next week.
Mhm.
Is it the same place, okay?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'll see you next week. And it was very, very nice to meet you, Jackie.
You too.
Have a good week.
Thanks, you too.